recapping episode 34 of Pokemon Eclipse Raging Regional Forms. So expect more regional variations, I imagine. I think that's the Komodo, or no, not Komodo. It's the koala Pokemon from Gen 7. I think that would be a Klefki next to it.
You all had your doubts about him, but Mabel ultimately decided to let him finish powering it up.
And then they all died. The end.
Figure has appeared.
Satan himself has come to the Pokemon dimension. No, not Pokemon Satan. Literal, actual Satan. I think about it. Isn't Giratina just basically Satan?
It worked. You're back.
Yeah.
Uncle Will, who is that?
This is my twin brother.
Yep, I totally know.
Right.
You
Wilford.
The figure stumbles forward and collapses.
William Wilford.
You all
nice.
rush over to help as the
there was
ultra wormhole
Stanford
behind
and
him
Stanley.
uses up its remaining power and closes down.
Is he okay?
No.
Ford, talk to me. I think he's okay, just exhausted from traveling back home. He's been stuck in another dimension for years.
Stuck in another dimension? How?
Well, you see, he's the real professor here.
Real
I
professor, you've
visited
been
him
winging
a
it?
number of years ago when I was down on my luck. We had a bit of a fight, and when he was trying to show me his new ultra wormhole device, well, it sucked him through and blew up half of the lab. I've been trying to rebuild everything and get the portal working ever since.
And here we thought you were planning to unleash an unspeakably evil Ultra Beast upon us all. What a crazy mix-up.
Right.
Anyway, it's so good to see you and your brother reunited, even if he's all unconscious and whatnot.
But you're back together again. What a happy ending.
Right? We
Just
all
then,
lived happily
the
ever
windows
after.
around you are shattered.
Go
and several
figure.
Cypher Squad members leap inside.
Maple, you're fired.
We're gonna need you to hand over Wilford Pines to us. So
No.
nice of you to pull him
God,
back
Zoom
into
glowing
this dimension,
eyes.
but he's coming with us.
Oh, come on. I literally just said that this was a happy ending.
I know.
You are surrounded by many Cypher Squad grunts who all let loose their Pokemon. Your Grunkle and sister, along with Moose, begin battling to keep them at bay.
Thanks.
It is quite hectic, and you are forced to take on 2 grunts on your own.
Go
Step
figure.
aside, kid. You're out now.
Please order text.
The boss
Please order
wants
text.
Wilford
Please order
Pines,
text.
and we're not coming back empty-handed.
They leave
I don't know if that was an
Pokemon
error or
and
just a
Stuffed
joke
Out.
that all their
Too tough.
lines are just
Next up,
cliche.
you see
You're
a
going to
Torchic
lose.
Along with a new Pokemon. You know what Gravity Falls?
It's
treatment
funny
I
to
really
think
wanted
that
to
was
work
a
in here
joke,
somehow?
though. I could see it.
The
It could
good
fit.
old eye bat. Just a
Back to my
freaking
Klefki
eyeball
theory.
with wings being an absolute menace. And we're gonna take that and combine it with an angel. I don't know. For me, angels fall into the similar camp as like demons, where sure they're not really cryptids, but they are folklore, which is close enough for me to justify.
I
putting them in
know
the
what
region.
your religion
Now,
says and all that
Early
stuff,
on,
but it could
I
be
thought
classified
I
as
might wanna
stuff
do
like
a
that.
regional variant of Zubat.
I don't have a problem
or
with you believing in
something
it,
to
like
get
as a
our iPad,
religion
but
or any
then
of that
I
stuff.
just thought about how the
If you choose to believe in
evolution
that,
for
go
this
right
would
ahead.
be, and
Oh, you
it
don't
just
shove it down my
wasn't a
throat, I
very
really
good
don't
fit
give a
for
crap.
original form. Things are starting out pretty darn simple.
But I
and
do
involve
love looking
a
up like
halo and a set of
biblically
wings.
accurate angels,
I thought
because
about making
it's stuff like that
things
makes the
more
line
bat-like,
"Be not afraid"
but I
make a
did
hell of a
wanna
lot
make
more
red
sense.
as like an angel still. Plus, we'll
It's
get a
like
more
look at a
evil look
biblically
with the
accurate
shiny.
angel. and
Okay,
Remember,
let's
that's the
learn
good
all
guy,
about Ilo, the
and that's what
ring
we'll be
Pokemon.
when we die.
These inquisitive flying types love
I like
to
the
observe people
demonic
from
look
afar.
with the
They are
shiny look, but I
naturally
think that
drawn to
the
those who
fairy
display
design
helpful
looking more like a
behavior
generic
and will
Halo
intentionally
looks-
become captured
looks
by a
good.
trainer
Looks
they
good, I like
deem
it.
worthy. Ilo are extremely
The original
lightweight
looks good.
and don't actually need to flap their wings to fly.
Nice.
Some find them cold and emotionless, as they lack the usual ways to emote. The
Duh.
ability is Serene Grace, which doubles the chances of a move's secondary effects,
Fitting given the
with
Halo
hidden ability
aesthetic.
being Natural Cure. It's pretty cute, and
Yeah.
also frustrating as its ability keeps hitting you with secondary effects.
Yeah.
Now, Ilo and Torchad are Angel and Demon.
Angel
are a great
and Devil.
team,
Okay,
but
nice.
You do manage to take them both down. The Grunts are forced to send out their 2 final Pokemon, both of which are new to you.
Okay.
Now, Ilo wasn't a regional variant, but you know what is? We just need to get the Australian Drop Bear in here. And what's funnier than the always snoozing Komala waking up and
Kamala,
being a
that was the
complete
name.
nightmare? If you don't know about the drop bear, it's
So
essentially
freaking
a story
horrifying
made up to mess with the tourists.
Oh,
in
story made up, that's
Australia.
all of them.
Imagine a great big koala that leaps out of the trees, and it's so vicious, and it tears up its victims. Very silly.
Yeah.
That's not to say that actual koalas can't be
Well,
dangerous.
yeah,
They can
wild
have
animals,
serious
all wild
claws
animals
on
could
them,
be freaking
but
dangerous.
The idea of a
It's like
drop bear
anything's a
leaping out of
weapon if you
trees on
use it the
people's
right way.
heads, I don't know. It's just funny that I wanted to put it in the decks somewhere. Now, tweaking
kinda funny, it's
Kamala's
like, this is
design
based
and
on a true
colors
story.
to become a dark type was easy enough. So the only real challenge was figuring out how to incorporate its signature log.
Yeah, it's log, but I think you
while
made it
being
fit in
thematic
perfectly.
to the drop bear. You'll have to let me know if it was successful. Okay,
I
let's
think it
meet
worked out
Hoaxie
great
and
with him just
Komala,
trying to keep his balance
the
while also trying to
raging
attack you.
Pokemon.
The shiny
This
design in this one
strange
makes it look
regional
more goofy
variant
like
of
a
the
clown.
usually
I think
calm
the
and
original color
sleeping
looks great
Komala
on this one.
is
The shiny
instead
not so
filled
much.
with an uncontrollable rage at all times. Though still
Though
rather
still
small in
better
stature,
than... Was this
dark
better or
type
worse
carries
than
a
Espeon?
small
But
log
green!
around with it to perform its bizarre
It
but
is amazing how many
preferred
shinies are
method of
just
attack.
blank, but
Rather
green!
than leaping from anything in their environment, they stand atop their little log and jump up onto their target. Researchers suspect their anger keeps them from realizing how silly this approach actually
right.
is.
Or they're
Right,
losing
the
their balance
ability is
constantly.
Guts, and that boosts the attack stat whenever the Pokemon is inflicted with a major
I can see this
status
being like
ailment,
a... This,
and that's kind
ever
of
see
the
those
opposite
compilations of
regular
Pokemon
Komala's
attacking
signature
Professor Oak?
ability, which
This thing would totally
keeps
go
it from
after him.
Gaining any status
Just like he
ailments
jumps up his log and starts beating the crap out of him.
That's fun. And the hidden ability is Unnerve, because it's so weird and scary. It's practically foaming at the mouth, ready to tear your team to shreds when the next, much larger Pokemon lands beside it. The evolution to Little Wormite.
Uh-oh.
Yep, let's finish our Mongolian Death Worm. Now, Wormite was surprisingly cute, so I wanted to make sure that this design, while quite massive, didn't lose too much of that cuteness.
Oh, really?
By having the eyes hidden inside of the head, it's still pretty adorable.
You ever see Tremors?
The spikes along its
That's what
body
it's
let
based
it look
on.
a little intimidating and would help it move through the earth. And the shape of the pincers on the head are a reference to the graboids from the Tremors
Like I
films,
said.
if you're familiar with them. It's a classic sandword movie monster guy.
I saw
And
the
of course,
death
there's just
count
a
versions
dash
of the
Sandworm from
movies.
Doom
I should
for
probably watch the
Naruto.
movies themselves
I
properly,
decided on a
but
slight
those
color
videos
gradient
are
on the
addicting,
body
what can I
between
say?
An electric orange and a poisony purple to hint at its moveset and ability. Alright, let's meet the biggest bug in the Hoax region. This is Seismite,
I think you...
the digging Pokemon.
I don't know if you
This
need to be cute for the
massive
entire
worm
thing. I
is
feel like in the
able to
last line you could have been
effortlessly
like,
glide
and
through
here's the
harsh
monster.
desert
But I guess
dunes
not everything could
as
be a
it searches for
Gyarados, you
water
know?
and prey. It is quite clever
It is
and
neat
has
looking, though.
mastered
I like the
poison
design.
type
I can
and
see that being on
electric
my
type
team.
attacks, often choosing to strike their
Jelly's a bit
targets and
awkward,
wait
but
for them
I
to
think it
succumb
works
to the
best so
secondary
far.
effects. While somewhat scary, they are
It's
quite
the best shiny
kind
of this
and let their
group.
trainers ride them
So
through the
far.
desert dunes.
Well, that's nice.
The
It's
ability,
friendly.
something
It's a
new
story of
called
don't judge a book by its
Toxic
cover,
Shock.
I guess.
So it has the chance to either poison or paralyze targets whenever they make contact. The other possible abilities are Arena Trap and Speed Boost. A couple of glass cannons, these two Pokemon hit hard, but you manage to take out the last of the Grunts Pokemon, and
Get wrecked.
the Grunts pull out an MUW.
Oh, come
and
on!
activate,
Leave us
allowing a
alone!
massive Ultra Beast to squeeze out and attack you. Time for another Ultra Beast. And
Sphinx.
we're going to be going old school with this one. Dipping into mythology, we're going to have a Sphinx. And while I am okay with the colors being a little bit sandy, this
I
isn't
will
like
admit
the
this is a Bakugan
Egyption
reference,
Sphinx.
but
it's not a
the
ground type or
Gen
anything
2
like that.
Sphinx
The
looks much better than
Egyptian
Gen 1
Sphinx is,
Sphinx.
really about
The-
like power
yeah.
and regality. and
Manion's
whatnot.
not bad, but
we're referencing
the Gen
was
2
more of the
Sphinx
Greek
looks better.
Sphinx.
That's
you know, the
I'll
one
give
that
him that
gives
one.
people riddles.
Pharaoh, I think its name was.
Puzzly, riddly Pokemon just feels very appropriate for the Hoax region. And you know me, I'm a puzzly guy. So this one is also, it's for me. It's for me too.
Yeah.
We've got
I
a
did
cute
look-
little puzzle piece.
Fortunately, I know the
pattern
answer to
on
this
the
Sphinx is
body.
real because I had like a
Also
book
makes it
of a
feel
bunch of
little bit like a
monsters, like
statue,
both
since
real,
this thing
like
doesn't
well,
need
not
to
real,
move
but
much.
like a bunch of stuff's
And the
mostly from
wings,
movies and like
I let
pop culture.
wrap up
Told me
and
the Sphinx
around
is
to
the answer to the Sphinx is
faceplate
real, so that's pretty neat.
So that they also kind of read like the mane
I don't
of
know
a
where that
lion.
book is anymore. I hope I
I
still
knew that
have
I didn't
it
want it to
somewhere.
have actual
It's a really cool
giant
book.
wings, and I don't want it to be confused as a flying type. So yeah, I think that this works. Okay, let's learn about our newest Ultra Beast. This is Perplinx, the Riddle Pokemon. UB Puzzle has an elaborate pieced-together body which serves to protect its hyper-intelligent core. Perplinx's glowing core emanates waves of psychic energy which cause people and Pokemon to doubt their own intelligence.
I
It
doubt I'm
enjoys
smart.
presenting others with seemingly impossible riddles and watches them
It's a
struggle.
cool design for
Anyone
a
capable
Sphinx,
of
but
impressing this
the
Ultra
head
Beast
thing
intellectually
moving around
will make
feels
a
weird, but it
great
is an Ultra
ally.
Beast, so I gotta keep that in
The
mind.
ability is something new called Unsolvable, and so this is very similar to abilities like Mummy. So contact with this Pokemon spreads the ability. So it's the idea of like a riddle that's hard to solve, and passing it along, and
It's
everyone
similar to
struggling
Simple in that regard,
the hidden
then, but
ability
it
is
spreads
Beast
around.
Boost.
That's a neat.
It
I
shuts
kind of
down
like
your
that
Pokemon's
idea.
abilities with its own, and
That's a
takes
neat
hits
one.
like they are nothing. It takes all the Pokemon you
I
have.
think it's a good
but you are
alien design in
finally
the
able
Sphinx,
to
like a
knock
Sphinx on
out
alien
this
world.
beefy
That's pretty
Ultra
cool.
Beast.
And the
You are
main
left
being the way
trying
it
to catch
hangs
your
up
breath
on
after
has
the
little
battle.
masking.
The
That's
lab is
cool. I like that.
completely wrecked. The Cypher Squad has fled,
Ugh.
and your friends and family are strewn about. And to your horror, you see that Wilford Pines and
We
the
just
completed
got him
Ultra
back.
Wormhole device are both
And that too,
gone.
great. The villains
It
won.
was supposed to be a happy ending.
Right?
Yeah, I think you jinxed us, dude.
Seriously.
Dust yourselves off and ready yourselves for whatever comes next. But we'll pick up from there in the next episode. Be sure to leave a like, comment,
Cool
and
designs in this
subscribe
one,
if you
actually.
are
Okay, that
enjoying
one
the
coming up
series.
off screen
There's a new
giant
puzzle
was pretty
added
cool.
to the
I'll go
Discord
with
server,
that.
so check out the
I
video
think these
description
Pokemon
for
were strong
details
in
on
the
how to
previous
join
episodes,
all
but
of
that's
the
just my
general
personal opinion.
deciphering
The
fun that
last
we're
ones were
having
bad,
there.
just
A
I like
huge
these
thank
better.
you to all of the Patreon
The
supporters
Halo
and the
sort of
biggest
design was
shout-outs
inspired
to
with
Angel
that
and
whole
Cyberlord.
Angels of
They're the real
of,
Ultra Beasts when you
history.
think
I guess we could go
Alright.
with history.
I will catch you in the next one.
The
Later, nerds.
The Kamala being just like a vicious attacker monster based on like some made up thing. There's always a thing in history. Don't be an asshole or this monster will eat you. There's been a thing through human history since humans began. Like, I'm going to put money on that one. It's like, since Neanderthal days, don't do this or blank will get you. Has been part of our history. The giant worm thing was also cool. Like, I wasn't a big fan of it being a friendly thing at first, but, you know, it grew over me with time. It's like, you know what? Not everything needs to be a vicious monster. Not everything needs to be cute and cuddly, too, but we can have a middle ground, absolutely. And the Pharaoh thing also needed to grow on me, but it's also like an alien interpretation, so that's alright. It's an alien Pharaoh. It's the answer to the riddle is more than you may expect, because it's just going to ask you, who's the president of Pokemon? What? Oi. I don't mean the Pokemon president, I mean the actual president of Pokemon. Who's their president? Actually, the anime probably answer that in some episode, I don't know. But yeah, cool episode. Too bad we just got him back. Okay, we can learn so much more about this 4K, and he's gone. Damn it! And who was the wheel? We got so far, we had so much, and then we're right back to zero again. And now we're gonna go and take up the Cypher Squad and get them back. Despite us winning, they still managed to get like 2 people to grab the thing and run when we weren't looking. Gah! Bastards. Or worse, it was like Toph in the library when Appa got kidnapped in Avatar. Oh god, she can't do it either because either save Appa and let her friends die, or save her friends and let Appa get kidnapped. There's no winning in this scenario. I know she's going Earthbend because sand doesn't work the same way as Earth. It's powerless, essentially. Oh god. But now I'm gonna go down that memory lane. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the Cypher Squad. Turns out the way that they win is just everybody attack at once and just screw the hiding. That is when you're most effective. Quantity over quality. If we just hit them with enough people, eventually they'll go down. It's like the government logic. It's like, if I just throw enough money at it, eventually the problem will be solved. Not necessarily. Anyway. Despite us managing to beat everything, including the frickin' Sphinx, it wasn't enough, and they managed to get away with Ford and the frickin' Ultra Device thing, with no doubt that's going to be used to summon the ultimate Ultra Beast. God, they've come so far already. Dang it. we might as well just set them up with the perfect device. You know, watch the twist and they're going to be like, I wanted you to complete it so I could steal it when it was done. Or something like that. God, no. Ah! Well, I guess that's going to be a major problem that we're going to have to deal with in the next episode. But until that time, please check out Fruity Art in your own time. Don't gotta wait for me. Go check him out. The videos are great that he does. Please, he's more than worth your time. But until that time comes that we see each other again, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Later.